Here's how to watch UFC without paying any of those ridiculous pay-per-view prices. And the only reason I know this method works is because I use it to watch UFC without pay-per-view. And by the way, not only does this method give you access to any upcoming UFC live event, but it also gives you access to every past UFC event. So with that being said, let's get right into how to do it. So the method is to use this website right here called mola.tv. Now this is essentially the Indonesian version of ESPN Plus. Why is that good? Well, to put it bluntly, Indonesia's a pretty poor country. So everything there is very cheap, and mola.tv specifically doesn't even have pay-per-view prices. They just have a very cheap subscription. So while normally to watch a UFC event like UFC 316, you need to pay $81, which is a combination of the pay-per-view for the fight and $12 a month just to get ESPN Plus on a subscription. Now let's compare this to the cost of Mola TV, which it says is 59,000 IDR per month. We do some quick maths and we can see $59,000 in IDR equals $3.62 in USD. So instead of paying $12 a month and then paying another $70 on top of that for the pay-per-view, you can pay $3.62 per month and get access to everything. Now there is one issue, and it's that Mola TV will look completely blank unless you're logged in from Indonesia. And it's very impractical to fly to Indonesia to do this method, so in order to do it, you actually need a VPN. You can see right here, I'm using NordVPN. I can just switch my location to Indonesia, and then once I'm connected to the VPN, if I refresh the mola.tv site, all of a sudden, as you can see, everything's working. Not only do I get a bunch of this UFC stuff for free, but I get a ton of other sports as well. When you go to live events, you can see any upcoming UFC events like the fight night happening soon, or if I go to the search bar, I can type in any past UFC event like UFC 300 and watch this event. So if I click on this, now I'll need to go to my phone just so you can see. Unfortunately, by the way, OBS does block out the recording on PC, but I can show you from my phone what it looks like. Essentially, you can see here we have UFC 300 on Mola TV and it's 1080p. Let's let this moment play out real quick because this is one of the craziest moments in the UFC ever. Boom. Boom! Oh my god. But yeah, that's proof that this side hustle actually works. So now that you know that this side hustle works, I'm going to quickly walk through the steps in order so you know exactly what to do. Step 1, if you don't already have a VPN, you can go to the first link in the description and use NordVPN. This is the one I use. And essentially just get the plan that makes most sense to you. I actually bought the 2-year plan, which amounts to $3.39 per month. Step 2, set your VPN location to Indonesia. Step 3, go to mola.tv. The link will be in the description and click subscribe on the top. Then subscribe for $3.62 per month. This gives you access to every past and upcoming UFC event. Step 4, if you want to watch any upcoming events, just click on live events here at the top and go to the day that you actually want to watch the fight. And that's literally all you have to do to watch UFC without paying any pay-per-view. Altogether, watching a UFC live would normally cost $82, but with this method, it only costs $7. So you're welcome. I just saved you $75 to watch this UFC event. That's how it works. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and thanks so much for watching.